Kirk Duckwell here with Mastermind The Market, your real estate stats update for the Twin Cities area. Well, that was a close one. What am I referring to? Well, not big changes in buyers or sellers or kind of activity in the marketplace so much this week, but I'm referring to interest rates. A few months back, kind of was sitting there staring at some data sets and realized there appears to be some correlation between inflation and where interest rates go. Not that big a surprise, but it was amazing of how predictive of a factor it actually can be. So I put together some of the data sets and created this interest rate projection. So let's dive into the data. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So what I did was put in where interest rates had been and then adding the adjustments in for projected inflation. And we can see interest rates, maybe leveling off or coming down just a little bit before starting their movement back upwards. So when I say, wow, that was a close one, is my projection had put the interest rates for average at a 5.25, and it ended up being a 5.23. So this is something I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on for the next few months to see how accurate this really is. I have run these numbers back a little ways, and it appears to be pretty accurate. So let's see how it pans out into the future. Hopefully you find this a valuable piece to keep an eye on as our market moves forward. But we can see here that rates looking like they're going to move towards 6% later in the year. So we'll see if that ends up happening. All right, diving into some other data in our marketplace. New listings into the market. So this is the week of Memorial Weekend, dropping off. Not a big surprise there, was it? Over 2,000, down to 1,608. Pending sales dropping off as well. Not a big surprise there either. 1,503 down to 1,491. But that said, that should be bringing our inventory up, and that's exactly what happened. Not big movement, but it was at 6729 up to 6772. And again, that notable point there is that spread over last year's inventory, which is helping buyers out immensely in comparison to earlier this year. All right, jumping over to InfoSparks for some other data. Looking at the prices of homes kind of starting to crest off a little bit here. Typical this time of year. We're not going to see the movement upwards as fast, so we'll see if it ends up being the peak. Now, of course, looking at our market meter, we know that peaked a while back, and so this is that predictive factor, knowing that the velocity, the strength in our marketplace has already passed. Now, it is at an 8.18 on the market meter, so looking at our market meter scale, that puts us down right in this range. So strong seller's market moving into more of a normal seller's market range there. So where is this going to go as the summer goes on? Well, we can look at last year and we can see, into the summer months, it tends not to drop as fast. It comes down kind of quick coming into summer, and then it's more of a slowdown. And so that's where I would expect it to go. However, the one thing that may throw that off is movements with interest rate, because we can see that's what affected, kind of took the market off of its high velocity earlier. This is kind of the first drop or spike in interest rates brings a drop into our market strength. Then people kind of got used to it. Market got stronger again, and then the next spike in rates brought it back down, and now we've just been kind of that normal spring slowing moving forward there. But a big jump in rates could ease that up. So where exactly are interest rates right now? Well, this is with points again. It's at a 0.8, 5.09 for 30-year without points from our resident mortgage geek, Chad Preby. So not bringing money extra to closing to buy that interest rate down. We are seeing rates at 5.375 for a 30-year, roughly 15-year at 4.49. 7-1 ARM. This is an option, especially for first-time home buyers. The 7-1 or 10-1 ARM. If you're not going to be in that home for more than maybe 3 to 5 years, yeah, again, you're seeing interest rates closer to about where the 15-year is at 4.49 and the 10-1 is 4.4 or 4.75. So again, our market moving more in that slowing moving forward here. We're going to probably see those prices as inventory comes up. So we can see that month supply, starting to outpace last year, as mentioned, coming into the market here. So we should see that by the time the data comes out next month, surpassing last year's month supply also on that point. So yeah, slowing unless the spikes in rates. Still a decent seller's market for sellers, but a heck of a lot better than that extreme seller's market that buyers were running into for buyers. So it's not a bad time to be getting out there looking while inventory's up and you have more choices out there. Hopefully you found this information valuable. Take care, be safe, have a great week, and as always, subscribe, like, and share these videos. And if you really want to geek out more on real estate, check out our Twin Cities Real Estate Show on the CW23 Saturday mornings at 6:30 or at twincitiesrealestateshow.com. Take care.